Facebook. Oops, I just dropped my phone.
I cannot. You want me to pull it up on my phone?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Hi, everybody on Facebook. I just decided to drop my phone and
Hold on,
I didn't bring it.
Grab my phone just in case.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't look like it's broken.
It really is March Madness.
It is March. You know, I honestly, I hate my birth month because my birthday, like, something always happens and it's not always good. But, it could be a lot worse. It could always be worse. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything about anybody else coming and joining us yet. Hello. Hi, this is Martha from Allergydragon. This is Tracy from NutriMom. And we are here to do our monthly meet and eat. Leah cannot join us because she's having some power outage issues. DD is not able to come here. And we're waiting for Call Out Chandler should be joining us as well. But we'll see. We've had like some issues just trying to get online, as you can tell, and staying online. So like she said, like Tracy said, March Madness, it continues on. So craziness. Yeah. I'm just double checking, making sure. Okay, I had the other thing pulled up so I can see a little bit better. Okay, and if anybody wants to interact with us, you can chat with us on Zoom if you happen to be on Zoom, which it doesn't look like there's anybody else right this second. And then on Facebook, and I'm trying to get this thing up to set so I can see the chat as well. But Tracy is also going to help me here because we all know I don't do this very well yet. I'm not a pro at it.
It's okay.
He and Leah make it look pretty easy, and not that easy. Especially when you're like, oh, I am. Give me a kitchen with all kinds of fire and sharp knives and stuff. I'm good. Give me some technology.
That's reassuring.
I know they're like, how can you do this? But this is like, okay. But anyway, I still can't see us on my phone. So I think my phone might be slightly messed up. There is somebody in here. Hello.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my phone either, but that doesn't mean anything.
Hello?
Linda, hi. She messaged me. She's like, I'm going to be there. I'm like, yay.
Good. Hi.
You're muted.
Yeah, I don't.
She's working on it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
On it.
Oh, there we are.
Yay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hey, Tracy.
How is life on your side of the world?
Hectic.
In a good way or a bad way?
A stressful way.
Sorry.
We're going on 2 months of being unemployed, and Toby didn't get into the day program that we wanted him in next year. We need him in a day program. Because he's only in the 1 percentile for life skills with his autism. So he'll always live with us. And he didn't get into the day program. So it's been a little bit stressful. I've done a lot of cooking and baking to get me through this. So
well, there you go. We'll have some new recipes for you.
Well, that is good. My oldest son is also on the autism spectrum, so he will probably be with me the rest of his life as well. So I understand that. My name's Martha. Okay, well, it looks like it's us so far. We'll just start up. Tracy, you want to go with what you made today? Since it is definitely March Madness, it sounds for everybody.
Sure. So today I made my candied bacon, which has 3 ingredients. It's bacon, a little bit of sea salt, and Flax for Life brownies. So this sounds kind of weird, and I did make some ahead of time, and granted, like I realized that when I went to make the original recipe, I realized how hard it is to take a good photograph of candied bacon without it not looking like crap. So just like, I don't even know. I'm gonna try to pick it up. It's not gonna look good. But because Flax for Life has so many different flavors in their brownies, you can kind of customize that. Like I used the dark cherry brownies because I thought the combination of the chocolate and the cherry with the bacon and the smokiness of the bacon was really good, which it is. I also tried it with their cappuccino and the regular brownies. Wouldn't necessarily recommend the mint, but that's up to you. But the key is that you want to use a baking rack. Hold on, let me just tilt this down a little. This is still hot. You want to use a baking rack because you're gonna push the bacon down so it's swivelly, so that when you put the ground up brownies on, it's gonna have something to lay in. And what I did is, instead of doing one long strip, I did half brownie stuff and then flipped over the second half on top and did more brownie mixture, and then stuck it in the oven at 350 until it was crispy, and that's done. That's it. Super easy, super simple. It's gluten-free. They're, Flax for Life has a ton of other products. They're all gluten-free, but they're all free of nuts, soy, dairy. They're kosher. I mean, there's a bunch of allergy-friendly, ingredients in it, and it's flax, so it's healthy for you. So, you got the bacon in there, but you're kind of evening it off, so it's not so bad. Plus, it's delicious. Easy and delicious. That's what I like.
Exactly. It needs to be delicious and taste good. What do they call it? Does Flax for Life, because do they have anything that has no chocolate in it?
They have. You know what? I know that they have several different flavors. They must have. Yeah, they have. They don't just have chocolate. They have their granolas have a bunch of them everywhere.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to I just was wondering because I like
go to flaxforlife.net. They have granola, they have cookies, they have brownies, they have cakes, they have all sorts of things. So yeah, go to flaxforlife.net to see everything, to be a better example. I know that they have 5 varieties of granola, but yeah, they definitely have things other than just chocolate.
Okay. You know why I'm asking. I've only ever seen in the stores chocolate with them.
Yeah,
no, chocolate is extremely popular, but when you can't eat chocolate.
Yeah. Sure, you can find something.
But anyway. Okay, that looks really good though, because I've never candied bacon from a chef's perspective. I've never candied bacon other than just brown sugar and put it in the oven and make it, crispy like candy.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really neat idea that you came up with.
Well, and normally I'm sure you see my posts when I have waffles or pancakes and sausage, and I split everything so the syrup doesn't touch it, because so when I was coming up with this recipe, I was like, I don't know about this. This is going to be tricky, but it's actually really, really good. So.
Well, that's good. Like I said, it sounds wonderful. And you said we are on Facebook. Yeah, because my phone is messed up. It's not even showing me on Facebook. So anyway, Colette is here too. So let's admit her. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Colette. Can you hear
Hi,
us?
sorry. Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm on my phone. I was having some tech issues.
You're not the only one. We've all had them today. So we just introduced on Facebook, and Tracy's monitoring that for me because I can't see it at all. This is Tracy Bush with Nutri-Mom. This is Linda Miller. I just met Linda. Hi, she's joined us today. And this is Colette Chandler. Tracy just was going over, she had candied some bacon. So did you want to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, Colette?
Sure. So I'm Colette Chandler. I'm a certified functional medicine health coach, which basically means that I marry positive psychology with science to help people bridge the gap from where they are to where they want to be in their health and wellness. I specialize in gut health and hormones. So anything from allergies, because we've had to, as you know, deal with severe allergies, to any gut infections, gut issues, that type of thing, autoimmune, all of those encompass the same thing. So that's the areas I specialize in. And I basically coach people to wellness is what I do. And then I also have with my husband a business that's called Colette and Frank's Gluten-Free Goodness, which I actually have something else to share today. And we make foods that are free of the top allergens, and they're using ingredients as close to nature as possible. So
Nice.
Mixes, and then like banana bread, seasonal banana breads and cookies.
Yeah, I've actually used Colette's. The first time we decided to do a meet and eat that we were actually cooking on, I was actually using your flour blend to make tortillas.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab my water. Yeah.
Good gluten-free tortilla recipe. Please send it my way. We have 3 and it hasn't worked.
Oh yeah, there's so many different options depending on what you want to do. So many different options. So
I will link her website, but it's on like Colette and Frank's. I actually used the recipe that was on her website for the tortillas. And I'll link it in the description. And plus, when I send this up on YouTube, we'll link it afterwards too.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually used her recipe. I just ended up adding some spices to it a little bit. But it's like Kara's my daughter, favorite tortilla, because they don't like rip apart, but their flour blend is a bean base. So it doesn't have a lot of grains in it. And so it's a great option for people that have problems with grains. And at the same time, it doesn't taste beany. Like, cause I was like, when we met, like about 2 years ago, it's been over 2 years ago now, hasn't it? It's like in April, I think. And I was really shocked when I tried her banana bread and that kind of thing, and like the pretzels, and it didn't have a bean flavor. So we actually do use her flour blend.
the banana bread, I actually brought it to show because we can
looks
talk
good.
about. Yeah, it's really moist. It's like really moist. I'll talk about that, because what I was thinking I would talk about more is the allergy, how you bake some of the stuff, but then also the health benefits, and then the substitutions, and how to take something that's like, I made pancakes, how to take something that's traditionally not as healthy and turn it healthy for like gut friendly, to make it gut friendly, balance your gut. So
you made a banana bread and that kind of thing. So how did you make that? How did you make that today? And then go ahead and share your recipe.
Okay. So I would love to start with the banana pancake. So this is different. This one I made, I wanted to do something that was without, I think of people with allergies, and I like think of myself, because I used to be able to do, I got to the point where I couldn't do grains. And then I got to the point where I couldn't do even beans for a while. And that depends on where you are in your healing process for your gut. And that's where I help people with all of that. So even our mixes for me at where I was didn't work. So I had to develop other things. So one of the things I developed was banana pancakes, which are super, super easy with, you put bananas, and then you add eggs. Now, if people are not able to add eggs, I didn't bring it out, did I? There's a bunch of options, which many of you know about, the flaxseed, the chia seed egg. But one of the options that is the coolest option that you can use for this or for baked, it's mostly for baked goods, but is the gelatin egg, because collagen is one of those things that we know about, like bone broth and all of those things. And collagen is good for our gut. And so when we have any kind of allergies, that means our gut's a little bit off balance. So we want to put some nourishment into our gut. So I always look at, hey, how could I do a spin that would make it a little bit more healthy, that would still taste awesome? So I actually I also wanted to make it sugar-free. You can see that, right?
Yeah, we can see
Okay.
them.
Okay. So I made it also, I made a sauce, and I made the sauce just with some berries. I love to use like blueberries because it's superfood, but I also like to put in, if I can, like Costco does frozen dragon fruit. And dragon fruit is one of the fruits that's really good for digestion. In China, when we were there a couple of years ago, they gave us big, huge dragon fruits when my daughter had huge stomach aches, and it immediately helped. So I love to combine something like that and then make it super pretty, because it's a purple, it has that purple color to it. And then just combine it and then put it over the top. So this was just a simple banana with a couple eggs. But, substituting, as I said, makes things kind of interesting when you can't have eggs. And so I was thinking about all the different variations, if you have allergies, of what you can't have. Maybe I can't have grains, and maybe I'm not able to have beans at some point, or maybe I'm not able to have other products. That's why I thought I would mention the banana pancakes. Now, the other thing you can do with these, which is kind of neat, and you can do this with any pancakes, is you can add a 1/4 cup flax meal. So that gives it more fiber, right? The other thing is to think about is adding cacao. and cacao is cocoa, right? But cacao is like in its refined form, a little bit more bitter. But once you add in like fruits, and if you add some maple syrup and unrefined sugar, it gives it that sugary, taste already. It gives it that sweet taste. But cacao is a great one because it has high in magnesium. So magnesium helps you relax. And so if you think about, if I'm stressed, if I think, what can I put magnesium into? So technically you could put, I didn't do it in here, but you could put magnesium into, like, you could put cacao into banana bread too. And that would give you that whole calming kind of feeling you get with magnesium. And, so sometimes just making some of these things at the end of the night, if it needs to help you, if you need to sleep or something like that. Chocolate chips is one, and we know like some of the top brands like Enjoy Life and things like that. Coconut flakes, I added to these because I love coconut, and coconut is such a good product that most people do not have an allergy to. A lot of people think they do, but we find it's very, very small percentage. And most of the people that have nut allergies are not allergic to coconut. But it is one of those products that is actually really good for the gut. So if anyone's like on a healing protocol and they want to start healing some of their allergies or anything like that, coconut is a really good product, and you can make, we know pancakes and stuff like that out of there. So this was just a simple thing, but I think there's just so many different iterations you can do with it. And it's one of those things that you can whip up pretty quickly. The other thing, the reason I use bananas is bananas are really good for energy. So if you're feeling like kind of tired, sluggish, using bananas is a really, really good thing, because that might spike your energy a little bit for the morning and sustain it a little bit longer.
Hey, Colette, could you use applesauce in place of eggs?
You absolutely, yeah. I think so. I haven't tried it with this recipe, but I would think that maybe it would work. Probably change the texture, but yeah.
Recipes.
Linda, the few times that I've used applesauce and pancakes, the only difference is that they're not as firm. So when you're flipping them, they'll be a little bit more
runny.
Runny.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, they'll still be good, but they won't have the same firm consistency.
Yeah. And then, so the banana bread, real quick. So the banana bread, what I did, is we have a mix we use. You can, so many people love banana bread. We use it with our pancake mix, because it's just an easier thing, to do, because it makes pancakes, but it makes the banana bread. But one of the things I want to talk about a little bit about banana bread, because I mean, you don't need our mix to make it, but there's so many different things you can do with it, is the fact that you've got classic banana bread. We add flax to it. We add flax to our meal too. We have flax in there too. And then we add like tapioca, chickpea, because it's bean based. But the other thing to make it super moist is, of course, adding the extra bananas. But if you think about, like, traditional banana bread has a lot of sugar to it. But if you used, which is what we use, an unrefined sugar, you're not going to have that spike in cortisol, which gives you that immediate spike where you feel it, like you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much sugar in me. It gives you more sustained energy. And then sometimes those are some things we think about. Oh, I want to have something in the morning, but maybe I don't want to get that crash later in the day or crash in the afternoon to get it to sustain you more. So with the banana bread, there's cool things you can add. Like you can add, chia, you can add hemp seed, especially like if you're allergic to nuts, hemp is a really good product because of the fact that it gives you that nutty flavor. So you could add some hemp to that. You can add in chia seed. You can also, we do seasonal banana bread. So like blueberry is great. Pineapple is really great. Like that chai flavored, where you get in the different spices that are perfect for like when it was winter, right? Is that cinnamon and clove and allspice, all of those kind of flavors. As it gets closer to the seasons, is putting in like strawberry and raspberries, and just making sure they drain. But the big key is, of course, adding those extra bananas to keep it really, really moist. And that's what keeps it moist. To do it like a vegan, this product that we have, like, we can substitute it out. Like we can substitute everything. We have not tried the gelatin egg yet, because that's a newer thing that I discovered. But I know the gelatin egg is phenomenal in most baked goods, and it holds up really, really well. So that's just something with this too.
Yeah, gelatin eggs are really cool. The only problem I find with them is just making sure that it's not something that most people are thinking about anymore, but since I've had more people with alpha gal syndrome, it would be something they couldn't probably have,
Right.
especially if it was, that kind of thing. And I'm just learning more about that, like in the past year and a half. So it's just like one of those things you're like, oh, I didn't think about that one. But literally everybody can be allergic to everything. And I think that's
Well,
what
right.
about us. Exactly. There's everything. So
Well, and that's why I wanted to mention all the different iterations, because that's, when we had, my daughter Serena as a severe allergies, as severe allergies to nuts. And then we had gluten. And then the reason we started this company is because I ended up developing food sensitivities to 150 foods. And I grew up in the Mediterranean diet. Now, since then, I've healed most of them. And we figured out what the underlying root cause was. But I went from not being able to eat anything to just figuring out, well, I'm a foodie, I want to start eating again. So that's why we introduced our product line. But as things have gone along, I wanted to start getting creative, because sometimes you get to the point where you're tired of eating the same old things, even if it's the same, if it's the same mix. Like, I like to switch up my mixes. Even though we have this one, I like to switch and do different things. I'll do buckwheat pancakes. That's another neat one. Because buckwheat is such a good flour. It's really, really good. There's few allergies with buckwheat. Of course, anyone can be allergic to anything. But buckwheat's another one that I love to switch up, in coconut. And so I love to just switch things up, because there are so many different allergies out there. And then just balancing my gut, because, being a functional medicine health coach, I always think about how can I get different nutrients in my body. So I always tell people all the colors of the rainbow, to think about that, and then just switching up my products all the time and not using the same stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all get in a rut. I think we all have that hat problem here. You get in a rut, and it's good to have these options where you can like talk about it, and what works for one person may not work for another, but you can get ideas off of everybody. So that's why we like these meet and eats. At least that's what I do. You're over there eating your bacon. I saw that.
Help it.
I'm just begrudging you because I want to.
Hopefully it's not my teeth.
No, it's not in your teeth. You are good though. That's why we have these. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do my recipe now. Ugh. I'm not even in my kitchen, and I'm like, okay. I made a buffalo chicken dip. My recipe I'll post it later. It'll be on my blog with allergydragon.com, and I'll post it with everybody else's links. But it's not very pretty. Like, you can't, it's not like, ooh, gorgeous, I want to eat that. It's buffalo chicken dip. It's not pretty.
Those are not good for showing a recipe.
Yeah, I'm not like, here, let me show you this bowl of mush. And it's also been sitting out for about 30, 40 minutes.
Now, we are big March Madness at our house. I mean, we are, Toby's our son with autism, and Toby, one game in today to March Madness, comes out and says, I've won a game. Mom lost the game, but I won the game. And I'm like, but in this tournament. But I was just buffalo chicken dip for tomorrow as we watch the game. So how funny that this is a recipe that we're highlighting.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, so with buffalo chicken dip, my recipe is based on a 3-pound, because I have a huge family. We're a family of 5. So I do 3 pounds of chicken, and it can be leftover chicken, whatever kind of cuts you want to use. If you want to use breast meat to be a little bit leaner, go for it. So then you just cook your chicken. I usually put mine in the crock pot just to save time, and I shred it after it's ready to go. And then I have a buffalo sauce that I make from scratch for Kara. We actually found a brand, and I did not bring it in here for me, but Kara was excited and found a brand that was pre-made. It's like $8 a bottle, but she's like, Mom, I don't have to make it from scratch. And we all know those celebrations. Mm-hmm. So because she's so allergic to garlic, and it's hard to find any type of pre-made hot sauce without garlic.
Yeah.
So, yep. So anyway, we put a cup of that in there. I put, now I'm using cream cheese because we don't have a dairy allergy, but you can use the, I can't talk, vegan or allergy friendly cream cheese, which they do make, and it actually does work really well. I have made it vegan. I usually use Greek yogurt because I want sour cream, but I'm trying to like cut down on the fat. And so at least it adds a little bit more protein and plus some enzymes, even though we're cooking it. And you can use sour cream if you want, or a yogurt that is dairy-free or soy or that kind of thing. Just make sure it's plain and not like vanilla, because that would taste bad with some spiciness. And I use paprika just to like enhance the color, but I also try to get smoked paprika because it really enhances the flavor profile. You can get different types of paprika, but I really like the smoked one in there to give it like that smokiness with the heat. And then salt, pepper, onion powder, mix it together, put it in the oven. And then I usually throw mozzarella cheese on top of it. You could put like, obviously allergy friendly. They have great brands now that will actually melt, which is amazing now, because a lot of us have done dairy free before and they don't melt. But they do make some really good brands now, or even nutritional yeast on top for more of a cheddar flavor would be good as well. And then we dip it in with celery if you want to be healthy, pita bread most of the time for me, corn chips if you can have corn chips, that kind of thing. So like I said, it's not a pretty, it tastes good though. I've already ate some of it, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I do have a prettier picture I took of it. Like I had the chips and everything all around it and a little bit prettier, but it's just, I don't have my parsley and everything with it, but it is what it is. But it's good, so. If you try that recipe, Linda, let me know how you like it.
I definitely will. Yeah, this sounds good. And Nathan has a dairy sensitivity, but I may make two things of it, and then because I know Shane would eat it with blue cheese crumbles.
Yeah, that would be good. Anytime you can add cheese into something, I'm a huge dairy person. Go for it. But I can't eat blue cheese anymore. But I love blue cheese, and yeah, that would be amazing in it. So I agree with that. And yeah, and then share it and let me know, and I'll share.
Hey,
ideas.
You guys do this often?
We try to do them once a month. We were actually talking about this. This actually next month, right, Tracy? It'll be a year.
Mm-hmm.
This was kind of brought about like me and Dee Dee started talking, and then Tracy and then Leah, we've all gotten it became like, because we wanted to do something together, and it was right when COVID hit.
Yep.
And yeah, it's become like a monthly thing. In a lot of ways, this was like the group of ladies, even though two of them are not here, they are here in spirit, Leah and Dee Dee are. I don't know what I'd do without these ladies. And then we were all together talking, trying to figure life out and that kind of thing. And yeah, we do this about once a month, and then we've tried to get people on, and it's become something that people actually like look forward. I didn't see you have a meet and eat. We actually had two that we didn't do this past year. And people were like, where's the meet and eat? I didn't see it. And I was like, I didn't realize people were expecting them. And I was like, okay, well, we got to keep doing it. So we kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this because I was just talking to somebody yesterday and said the worst part for me this past year has been we took away the carpool, the lanes, where you saw people. And, for us, I'm in Colorado. We're still limited as to how many people can be in church. We're not, when there's been a couple of funerals that I've wanted to go to, but it's been advised that we watch them at home so that the family can be at church, so that because they're not allowing a lot of people into the services. And so that is one thing I've missed, is that getting together with. So when I saw Tracy post this, I was like, oh yeah, I want to, I'm definitely doing this. So, thank you, Tracy, for posting it, because
you're welcome. I'm glad you're here with us.
I love to cook. I love to bake. So, if you guys ever want me to bake or cook for it, let me know, because I'd love to share too. So
anytime you see our links, me, Leah, and Tracy, we always will post them on ours now. Tracy hadn't been able to come the past 2 times because life happens. We're all humans. We're all moms, and we have lives, and things are going on. So I'm glad that Tracy posted it. Exactly. So I'm glad Tracy posted it so we could meet you, Linda, and I'm glad Colette got to come too. But yeah.
As Tracy knows, And Tracy, seriously, if I could figure out how to send you snow, I would do it in a heartbeat. We were socked in on Sunday with well, the city measured 2 feet. At our house, we had drifts 4 feet. We've got trees all over the city that are down. The farms up in Wyoming, they got 3 and 4 feet. And then we have another system coming in Sunday behind this one. So the city is still just now trying to, we've got neighborhoods still that aren't able to get out of their driveways. Some places lost power for like 2 days. And so when I posted it on Facebook, Tracy's like, oh, send me some. And I was like, oh, trust me, if I would, if I could, honey, I'd be sending it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do that. I can't go farther north. I can't. If I go anywhere, it's going to have to be more south. I just can't do it. And I mean, I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's bad enough when we get hit. And it just got cold again, because our weather's always crazy. We're still in the middle of the southern belt. So it's like either hot or cold. We don't have spring or fall.
Yeah.
We don't. How's Ohio?
Ohio's, it's been cold. We left and went to, I don't even know that I should say it out loud, Mexico, but honestly, Mexico's safer than here. It's not quite what they say in the media. So, Mexico, we were just there like 2 weeks ago, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I couldn't complain either.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go on.
You had snow earlier because I kept thinking, man, Tracy's getting more winter than we are. But here our season.
We got nothing this year. We got like a day where there were a few flakes and then it was gone. That was it. We got nothing. We've just had cold rain. That's it.
We're located.
What's
North
that?
Carolina.
North Carolina. And then where's so Kentucky, North Carolina, and then where else?
Colorado.
Colorado. That's right. She said.
We're about 30 minutes from the Wyoming state line.
Oh, wow. Okay. I used to spend some time in Colorado skiing when I was a kid. I loved that. I loved it. I went all around Colorado.
It would be great, except that our seasons are messed up. Our snowiest months are March, April, and May.
Oh.
And so we have kids that we have snow days in like the first or second week of May. So
yeah, that's probably why we used to go skiing.
Hey, I didn't see her. She was in the waiting room. She texted me. I was like, oh.
We used to go skiing in Colorado over spring break. That's probably why.
Leah's here. Quick, hide.
Oh, Leah, you got power back?
Yes, I just got it back, so excuse me, super casual, but I thought my t-shirt, which I have to like move my table, is appropriate.
I can't see it.
It's coming.
Something eat.
Got
Effie, yes. No, I was like, eat food. That was horrible with me, but yeah.
It's got Effie.
Yeah.
So I've had no power all day because someone crashed into the transformer at the end of our street.
Oh, no.
So I haven't cooked anything, no power, no stove, no nothing. But I just want to jump in and say hi.
Well, thank you for jumping in and saying hi. I was wondering about you. I had already told everybody that you weren't going to be here because, life happened. I just didn't go into what all happened. But it's good to see you, even if it's short. And it's okay, food. This is real life. Power goes out. And what do you feed kids when you have no stove and you have food allergies, ma'am? What did you come up with?
We got Chipotle.
Okay, well then that works.
Yes, or it would have been like cereal. I didn't want to dirty another dish in our house, so Chipotle it was, because they're really good with it here. I found that's one of the restaurants we can eat at, and even do takeout, because we can put like right in the app, like, kid has food allergies. Do not mess this up, please. So,
well, that's good. I'm glad they do that good there.
Yeah, so Chipotle was dinner. And power came on before it got too dark, and kids are in the bath with warm water. So, life is good.
It is good. Well, I'm glad you got to come on. I think we were actually getting ready to end it all. Linda's here, and that's Colette. Just since you
Hi.
get to meet each
Hi.
other.
Well, I'm sorry I missed it, but I will catch it on the replay. Have a great night, everyone.
Well, thank you for coming by. I'm glad everybody's safe.
Seeing you, Leah.
Nice to see you, Tracy.
So Martha, just want to
Yes.
mention real quickly, I'm going to post the link for my recipe on my Facebook page, but I'll also, if anyone wants to go to my YouTube channel at Tracy B. Nutrimom, you can see it under my videos there as well.
And I'll have the repeat up on my YouTube channel, and I'll send links to anybody that wants them for their YouTube channel. And always I post links below for the YouTube channel and for your website. So if anybody else has anything else to add, I will get us off of Facebook. If anyone wants to stick around after we are off of Facebook, you are more than welcome to. And I'll stop the recording and all that good stuff. So bye Facebook, unless anybody has something to add.
I was just gonna say, I'll post my links and then the recipes and the respective sites. I'll get them to you too. That way, this one's Be Well with Colette. That's gonna be where it is. Or I can put it on Facebook, but I'll post it that way everyone has how to make these stuff and the variations.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
And Martha, I'll let you know I make that buffalo chicken dip and how we liked it.
Okay, good. Awesome. I'm trying to like figure out where to hit my button, because you know how it is with me and me trying to do this, or at least not everybody does, but Leah and Tracy know. Okay, I think we are off of Facebook. We're not live on Facebook anymore. I have stopped recording. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.